Andrew, and welcome to my shop. But here, actually, we are in the main house here at the old farmhouse, and we're starting a new project today, and wanted to do an introductory video just to give a little background about what's going on. The house is a 1948 farmhouse originally, and where I'm standing now is actually between the two original bedrooms. And the camera tripod is actually sitting where the original bathroom was many years ago. But in the 60s, the house was extended that way. The bathroom was moved further down, and a furnace was installed, which is what's in this room off to my right here. So the furnace is massive. It's bigger than a refrigerator, as you can imagine. And it was put in, it was roughed in place and then installed, and then there was drywall and other cabinetry installed around it. So it was installed with no plan or purpose to ever replace it. So there is a door here which you can access to remove the filters, but that's all you can do. So I got a quote a year ago to replace the furnace, but they said before they can replace the furnace they need a way to get it out. And so we've actually been trying to figure out for a while just exactly how we're going to be able to remove the furnace, and so we finally have figured out a plan. So I'll show another segment in a minute. And then this evening we have a company coming to give us a quotation on the removal and replacement of the furnace and probably the ducting. So let me reset the camera and we'll do another little bit here in a minute. Okay, so this is showing the interior of the furnace room. There's a door here, this guy that was built around and framed in. But you can see maybe you can tell by this camera angle, the furnace is actually bigger than the door. So there's just no way you can pull it straight out. But it was here to access filters, and that was the only reason they put a door in here at all. And then, of course, that is asbestos, so all that has to be abated. And I'm not sure how much that goes up, but that has to be dealt with. This is an 1/8 inch thick plywood here, and then behind this plywood, if I can get to it, I don't think I can, is the drywall exterior of the furnace room. And there are no studs holding up that drywall. How did I see it before? Well, there was a way I saw it before. Anyway, so there's that, and then on this side, there's another sheet of plywood here. You can tell by the sound. So it's terrifying that they put plywood right next to what was an active furnace. Certainly not to code, and it's got a beautiful floral motif on the side there. But you can see it was red tagged by the gas company when the property was evaluated. So the goal is to get this out of here and get something new in, and also get it ready for air conditioning, so we can install that at some point in time. Now there's 3 ways to get this furnace out. One is to come out through the drywall and destroy this beautiful drywall, which was all repainted a year ago. The other way would be to come out through this doorway and destroy this doorway and pull it out this way, and then build a whole new doorway. Well, the third way is actually to remove this old linen closet, which, when you look at it, it's all made of just, scrap wood. Nothing was ever done very well. So you can actually see here, this is the plywood on the other side. And it was just really poorly done all the way around. And you can see on the other side, you can see, maybe there's enough light to see, you can see where they cut off the rafters. So the rafters are going to have to get refigured. You can see one of them right there, to make this a safe space because the furnace goes right up to the roof. There's actually there's no containment. So if there was ever a fire in the furnace room, it would go right up and turn the whole house on fire. So all of this needs to be mitigated and brought up to code. And so we'll find out what the quotation sounds like tonight. So what does this mean for the Steamworks? Well, I'll be doing all the demo. I'll be removing the linen closet because one of our goals was to actually replace this whole linen closet. There's two sides. I want to replace the whole linen closet. So I'll demo that, get it out, and get maybe even take out the furnace myself. But then once the furnace is out, I need to frame up actual fire retardant firewalls on both sides, as well as enclose it overhead and get it ready to receive the new furnace. So it's gonna be a fun project, and glad you're along for the ride. Okay, so here we are after the quotation. The company came through and they evaluated the furnace. They also went up into the attic and took a look around. I've got some photos I'll overlay here during this segment so you get an idea of what it looks like up there. It's pretty terrible. All of the ducting is the old tin style ducting with the asbestos wrappers. So every single duct in the house, and there's about 7 or 8 ducts, are all wrapped with asbestos. So as part of the project, all that has to be abated. So that's a known, that's a given. And these days they recommend actually attic-based furnaces rather than closet-based. And he said that the attic is sufficiently large that we can put the furnace in the attic, which I'm liking. And he's saying it's actually going to end up here in the ceiling over at this end of the hallway, which is kind of central to the bedrooms. And then it has close proximity to the outside where the condenser could go for an air conditioner. So that's what we know so far. But now we have to figure out what to do with this space. This cavity where the furnace is now could become more extended closet space, maybe even a coat closet or something like that. So now we get to refigure the space and determine an alternate course of action. So that's kind of exciting. Got a little bonus. I'm going to pick up another 9 square feet or so of a closet space by putting the furnace up in the attic. So we'll find out next week what the quotation comes back as. My guess it'll probably be a good $5,000 or so, considering they have to take all that out, and then we'll see how much extra for the air conditioner. We'll see how that goes, and then we'll come back with that. Once we get our quote kind of figured out, and we'll probably get another quotes in just to make sure we got a good idea of pricing, then we'll start demolition, and then we'll have more videos showing that whole process and whatever it is we decide to turn this space into as well. So we got a long running series. I'm sure it'll take a few months for us to complete everything. So glad you're along for the ride. Please do like and share this video, as well as subscribe to our channel and share it with all your friends. Anybody who's going through a furnace remodel, I'm sure would love to see what we're about to go through. So thank you so much. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.